Did you grow up watching this cartoon? Or maybe you grew up in the 90s and you got to watch the live action Flintstones. The studio behind this, they went crazy. There was so much merchandise. And we're going to try to cover a lot of it. Let's talk about it. May 1994. Friday night, we were there. We were ready to see Flintstones in live action with some good casting. John Goodman as Fred. You can see that. You're like, yeah, I can see that. Rick Moranis as Barney, which I think even in this movie, a horrible movie, does a really great job as Barney. I could really believe him as Barney. And then you had Rosie as Donald, as Betty. I don't know about that one right there. And you did have Holly Berry. Anyway, 1994, Universal released the Flintstone movie, and boy, they didn't hold back when it came for merchandise to promote this thing. And we're not just talking toys here. No, we're not. McDonald's brought back the McRib just because of this movie. And somebody, I can't remember now, somebody did collectible glasses. Check it out.
Right now, when you go back in time at McDonald's, you can bring home special Stone Age souvenirs. 4 uniquely chiseled bedrock mugs.
These will look great with my bone china.
They're made of the latest Stone Age material, glass. Every time you buy any extra value meal or any other purchase, you can get a mug for just 99 cents.
That is a rock bottom price.
So collect all 4, because even before they're gone, they're history. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
I love it here.
Then there were video games. I think Sega did one. I know Super Nintendo released a game, and Game Boy. All Flintstones based on this movie. This movie that is strangely has a lot of adult themes.
Right. And what do kids care about? Office politics,
right.
hanky-panky with the secretary,
yes.
Adoption problems,
yes.
mother-in-law problems, embezzlement. Kids don't know what embezzlement is. This entire plot is like some kind of a grown-up office politics movie that has nothing to do with the Flintstones.
But who is this picture intended for? You're absolutely right.
Now, this was 1994, and it wasn't unusual for a summer blockbuster to have a big push when it comes to merchandise. I think the one that we really know of is back in 1989 with Batmania. Batman was released and they pushed out so much merchandise. Except for the action figure line. There was only 3 figures. This is kind of weird, right? And the year before the Flintstones, in 1993, you had Jurassic Park. A lot of Jurassic Park stuff. So in 1994, the big summer movie they were pushing was Flintstones, and I grew up watching the Flintstones. I don't know about you. It's a cartoon version, we all know, of the Honeymooners, and I actually love the Honeymooners, and I love the Flintstone cartoon. It's always odd to me that the Flintstone cartoon had a laugh track, but it did. And by this time, I've grown out, hadn't really watched the Flintstones anymore. I really hated when they did the Bambles and Pam grown up stuff. And I hate the Flintstone babies. Oh, I don't want to. Anyway, I won't get into all that. Flintstones was here, and I went to see it. Opening night. I was so excited. The trailer looked good. Everything about this looked awesome. The scenery, the back. I mean, they made Bedrock. Bedrock looked awesome. It looked like a real caveman town. Well, probably, they have cars and everything. But they look like they really brought the cartoon to life. They spent a lot of money, I'm sure, on that. And then I went to see it. And what unfolded before my very eyes was something I can't really talk about because I've kind of blocked it from my mind. Honestly, I went out of this movie and didn't really even think about it anymore. I knew I didn't like it. And I think a lot of people didn't like it, although it did make its money back and made a lot of money. And they actually did a sequel a few years later with a new cast, which I didn't see, but I heard is even worse than this one here. I wouldn't really say this is a bad, awful movie. It's just not very good. Could be better. We're talking the Flintstones here, a classic cartoon series. It deserved much better. But let's talk about all this merchandise they pulled out, and we're only going to focus on the toy stuff here released by Mattel because there's like 48 different things here. At first I was like, do I just do the figures? And I was like, what? I didn't know they had a spin-off toy line based on the movie of Pebbles World. There was just so much of this crap. So I don't know how many people is going to care about a Flintstone action figure video, but let's dig into this anyway. And before we get into looking at those figures, I just want to point out a new poster over there. Did you see that? Let's get a closer look at that. This comes from movieposter.com. And for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to swap this thing out and show you a different poster each week. This is a really great one here. One I've always wanted, and movieposter.com had it. And these guys have got everything. So if you need a movie poster, check out movieposters.com. Tell them Junkman sent you. Trust me, if you want original posters, they got them there too. But they also got reprints in case you just want to, you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a poster, just want to throw one up on your wall. They got that also. And they're really nice quality. And we'll start with the one that's all movie-based figure line. And here's Bam Bam and Betty Rubble. Now, I'll admit these figures do look good. There are really good-looking figures. I don't have anything against the figures at all, but they just went so crazy with this. You'll see there's so many Fred Flintstones and everything. Let's take a look. Here's a Fred Flintstone that eats a sandwich. Yeah, a Fred Flintstone that eats a dang sandwich. It's sandwich action. You push a button and he eats a sandwich. And then you got Fred Flintstone with his golf cart. Well, it's not his golf cart, his golf clubs and everything. This is just series 1. Now, this is just 1 year of these. This ain't like 5 series. This ain't like 3 years of stuff. Look at this one. Fred bowling. You know Fred's gonna go bowling in the movie, so you gotta have Fred bowling. And then you got Fred. Look at this. Barney Rubble. I don't know what crash test. He has a wreck and he falls down. And you may be saying, I don't remember this from the movie. It might be in the movie. I don't remember. But a lot of these figures are not based on anything from the movie because Mattel didn't get a script. They didn't know what the movie was about. They started making figures before they even knew anything about the movie, other than what they knew the cast was going to be, so they knew what to make them look like. But the rest of it, they kind of made up. And I think this is one of them. If not, you'll see some that's definitely made up. Like, look at this here. Lick Dino. Lick action. Bet your girlfriend bought that one. And then you got another one of Barney right here. I don't know. He's got like a jackhammer thing. I just went really crazy with this stuff. Look at that little hat. And then you got the bad guy. What's this? Evil Cliff. Vandercave. Yeah, sure this is something everybody wants to play with. You even got the little bird. I think that's the one that Harvey Korman did the voice for in the movie. And then you got these little motorized little cars here. It's got Fred in it. You pull it back and the car goes on its own. It's kind of cool. I hit the wrong button there. Sorry about that. And you got the Flintstone Mobile. You got to have the Flintstone Mobile. I mean, you can kind of understand this one. It's the Flintstone car. And look at this. A Frisbee. That looks like a rock. A dang Frisbee. Oh, excuse me. Flying rock. Not a Frisbee. Flying rock. Then you got, of course, Hard Hat Fred. There he is, Fred. And it does look like John Goodman, and it does look like Fred Flintstones. And again, not picking on a line, but look, I just can't believe how much they've done to this. This is just one series. One series. Here's Barney right here. It's kind of rubber looking, but he's not. There's Barney. Looks like, looks like he comes with some intestines or something. And then you got, the sports car, the Sabertooth 5000. That thing looks awesome. And here's another one, little motorized cars right here, a cave car. And here's Barney in some kind of filling station outfit. It's pumping gas or something. There he is right there. Doesn't really look like Rick Moranis. The Fred looks like John Goodman. I think they could have done better with this one for sure. And then you got Wilma and Pebbles. You got them both. And Pebbles got a doll. I don't remember a doll ever being on the cartoon. And then you got series 1. We're still on series 1 here, guys. There's only one series. You got the Yabba Dabba Doo Fred. This is a talking big size Fred. I don't know who's buying this crap. I really don't know who's buying this crap. Now you got Betty. We already looked at Betty. Well, that's all the figures from the movie, but no, we're not done yet. Because not only did they do an action figure line that we just looked at, they did a god-awful lot of PVCs. And here they are. There's Bam Bam lifting up a sofa couch or something. And here's Barney. This is a more of a bendable. This is like a Bend'em figure, not more of a PVC, but I put it on the same category. And here's another PVC. It looks like Barney's cutting the grass. It's not a very good looking Rick Moranis again. I don't know why he's waving. Hey Fred, what's up? I guess that's what he's saying. This is horrible. I can't believe I'm making a video of this. Here's Betty. Betty right here, and this is the bendy. Again, I mixed the PVCs and the bendies together. Sorry if you don't like it. I won't be here for 30 minutes talking about this. And here's a box set of bendies right here. If you were into the Star Wars bendies, you might have picked these up. And here's Fred Bendy. Fred Bendy. That's in his business suit, I guess. Bendy Fred. And here's a PVC Fred. fixing to go bowling. Of course he's gonna go bowling. He's Fred. That's what Fred does. And you have Fred PVC look like who's buying these damn PVC Flintstone shit? Who's having these sitting around the house? I guess if you're really into Flintstones, collecting Flintstones and everything, which is cool. I understand. If you like the Flintstones, I like the Flintstones. But I don't know. Look at this. That's one ugly. That's like an 8-year-old Pebbles. Pebbles is like 2 or 3 at the most. I don't understand. That's Pebbles just too big. And then you got another box set with the Rubble family. Betty, Barney, and their adopted son. I think he just showed up on the doorstep and he was really strong. I don't know why he has superpowers or anything. It's just very, very odd. Why didn't we ever get a live action Jetsons movie? And then we've got another Wilma. Look like she's fitting to do some dancing or something. Oh, get me out of here. And then they get the PVC feeding. Again, I think this is going to be the garbage disposal, if I remember the movie right. And then you got a box set of PVCs. One PVC's not enough. I got to buy all 3 of them. Ugh. Who's buying this crap? I really don't know. You got another 3-pack with Dino, with Fred. This is the only way I guess you could get Dino. I don't remember seeing him in a package by itself, which is kind of rude. And then you got Bam Bam again. Shit, I mean, Bam Bam's what they make. Bam Bam's waving again. Everybody's waving on this in this series. Barney's waving. Fred's starting to wave. Not really just doing a point. I guess he's not really waving up. Then we got. I think we looked at that already, so we're done with the PVCs. But we're not done yet. Mattel's still cranking shit out. You ready for the mini dolls? This is when they took not the Flintstone babies, but they took the Flintstones from the movie. John Goodman, Rick Moranis, Elizabeth Perkins, I think maybe was her name. Betty, Rosie O'Donnell. They took all them, right? And made them into baby form dolls. I can't believe it. Maybe I'm the fucking baby. Ugh. Here we go. Here's how, I guess this is Barney. I thought it was Wilma or something. It looks like, they all look like girls. I'm going to be honest with you. They all look like dang girls. But here's Barney. Here's Barney. Were they friends when they were kids? They weren't kids in the movie. And I don't understand why they even made this line. And here's Betty. Here's Betty talking on the phone. You know women. Oh, Mattel. You sexist Mattel. There's Betty. It's probably the best Rosie O'Donnell's ever looked in her whole life. And I thought this was alfalfa to start with. Like, why has he got a cow lick? But, see, it looks like a girl. It's Fred Flintstone. Fred Flintstone. That's a day and dim Fred Flintstone, if you ask me. And, of course, you got Wilma with her pearl necklace. Way to go, Fred. That's it. There was no baby Dino, which was probably, I don't understand why they didn't do baby Dino. That would be the best. Let me make sure that's it. Yeah, that's it. But you're saying, Junkman, I know we're done now. Mattel really racked out some stuff. No. We hadn't even got to the dolls yet. But you said you just looked at dolls. No, these are dolls based on the movie. Not dolls based on the movies based on, as little kids, dolls that look like they're from the movie. Here we go. Ain't this the ugliest one of the ugliest things you've ever seen in your life? The skin of the body doesn't even match the skin of the head. Then you got Dino. I can understand Dino. So little kids probably like, I like Dino. I can see Dino. But look at this. Fred Flintstone. I'm not going to say anything about this. This is Fred. This is Fred Flintstone, the original cartoon Fred. So I'll let that go. But we got to draw the line that this should have been outlawed. This should have been banned. That's a big head John Goodman if I ever seen one right there. Cuddly, soft Fred. I don't even think that's the worst one we're going to see. I don't even think that's the worst one we're going to see. That's Fred. We'll see even worse. Here's Pebbles. Pebbles. I don't even remember Pebbles and Bam Bam in the movie. I know they were. I don't even remember them in the movie. This is the other Fred I was talking about. Look at this thing. I kind of want it so I can do it in the junk room. Have it like a little character. It might be funny. Yabba dabba do. Oh, you're probably saying yabba dabba don't. Look at this thing. Oh, and I think this one yes, it's 4 phrases from the movie. And one of them better be yabba dabba do, because why would you even want it to say anything else? I guess the other one's Wilma. That'll probably be the other one. We looked at this god-awful crap. Now, you're saying, Junkman, that's it. What a great video. Thumbs up, all that. No, because Pebbles, a character I don't even remember from the movie, wasn't like a main driving force of the movie. Like Pebbles is kidnapped, you got to find her and rescue her or nothing. No, they did a whole series of Pebble by herself, Pebble World. I guess they was trying to do like Polly Pockets. Things are a little bigger, but they're all Pebble related. Pebble Flintstone. Oh, let's just get this out of the way here. Here's a box set, and you got a Bam Bam. I think that's Bam Bam. You got a Dino. Looks like Dino's been eating a little bit. A little fat Dino there. But there you go. And then here's a little Pebbles. They thought kids was going to see this movie and run out. I want to buy Pebble stuff. No. The only Pebbles you want to buy is Pebble cereal. Then you got Pebble right here with a brush and baby stuff. I don't know. This is god awful. Can't believe Mattel made this much stuff. Again, we're not talking about 2 or 3 years worth of toys here. We're talking 1 year. We're talking all this hit the store in May. It's not like some of these came out in May. Some of them came out in December. All these hit in May. And they were on clearance aisles for years. You could find this thing until 1997 on clearance aisles. They would end up in clearance bins, and they would end up with KB in clearance bins. Then they would go to toy liquidators. They would end up all over the place, be at big lots. There's so many of these. And here's another one. Here's another waving. I don't know why everybody's waving on this show, but fuck. Can't mind doing a video on these. And here's another one, and guess what? Pebbles is waving. They didn't even mix up the line. I know that box that came with Barney. Pebbles. Bam, whatever his freaking name is. But you think they would have threw in some other little things. Something. Whole Pebbles line. Pebbles World. And there's the box set, which only means one thing. We are done. We're done. This is about a 15, 16-minute long video to talk about Flintstones. Look at this. And again, this is just the Mattel toy stuff. We didn't even get into all the other stuff that got released. They went overboard. I don't know. What did you tell me if I'm wrong? Did you love the movie? Did you run out about all this merchandise? Again, I think the figure line looks great. They had a lot of play features and the play sets and everything. So I'm not knocking them. I'm just surprised they released so many. Usually when a movie comes out, you get your first wave of maybe 5, 6 figures, and then by the time they come out on video, they push out more. But no, this was all in May, shoved into the stores. Oh. Crazy. Well, I want to thank you for watching. Again, go to movieposters.com. Get yourself a movie poster. If you do, let me know in the comments below what you get or what you want. I'm sure they got it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.